What's going on, guys? This is Sidney Brown, number 30 at the University of Illinois.
Chase Brown, number 2, the University of Illinois. You guys are here on the Untitled Greatness podcast.
Looking for the most beers on tap? Great steaks, great staff? Head over to the John B. Pub.
We got the best beers, steaks, chicken wings, nachos in town. Come see us at the John B. Pub.
The John B. Pub, the best bar in town. Come sign up for our football pool. Say hey sent you.
The number 1 sports podcast in Vancouver with Ryan Hayes and Big Mike.
Ryan Hayes and Big Mike are taking over the podcast scene in Vancouver. Get down or lay down. Lay down. Lay down.
That's a nice check there. Chase Brown, he's out across midfield.
On the face of my city. On the face of my city. Runway me, I'm fitting. 4th quarter, 9th inning. Ain't no way we ain't winning. Back home for a week. Ain't no way we ain't sitting. Face of my city. On the face of my city. Runway me, I'm fitting. 4th quarter, 9th inning. Ain't no way we ain't winning. Back home for a week.
I like the Cats. What's up?
Yeah, you guys are Canadian boys, so you guys definitely know how much hockey means to us up here too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no. Man, we grew up around puck. It's kind of crazy that we chose football over hockey, but yeah, no, growing up always around that sport.
Definitely made the right call. Well, we're gonna get started here, and we're just gonna bang off a bunch of questions about football and your guys' career. So we'll get started here. For both of you guys, Chase and Sydney, both born in London, Ontario. Tell us a little about childhood and when you started playing football and when you made the transition to the U.S.
Yeah, so it's kind of a wild story. So my brother and I actually didn't play any sports till about 9, right?
Yeah,
probably about then. But growing up playing football in Canada, it's not really that big. Or at least when we were growing up, it wasn't that big of a sport. And obviously, it's growing. As we've got older, and you see more and more Canadian talent making it down to NCAA. But, yeah, so started at 9 years old in LMFA, a small little house league teams in London. And that kind of just started our love and passion for the sport. Sure you can
Yeah, which then kind of led us to going on to playing with like the Thunderbirds and then the Mustangs, and then eventually playing for South Secondary School, which then we kind of got a strong base there. Ended up playing, what do they call it, varsity or something, as sophomores. And, then that kind of launched our opportunity to go down to the States. And, oh man, sorry about that. We just
Hey, that's all good.
Yeah, something just popped up there. So then from there, we had the opportunity to go play at St. Stephen's Episcopal School down in Bradenton, Florida. And honestly, the rest was history. We're both kind of launched our careers there. And
it was kind of crazy, the whole like transition down there. Because, when we got accepted to the school, this is weird. When we got accepted to St. Stephen's, we got accepted on like a Thursday. And then we talked about moving in with the family the following day, so Friday.
Crazy.
And then I think we made the drive on Saturday, met up with them on Sunday, and then we eventually moved on with them on the Monday. So it was like a 4-day period where it was just quick transition, but change our lives in perspective on everything. So
absolutely.
And what's one aspect of your game you guys are both looking to improve on?
What part of our game are we looking to? Oh my gosh, I'm getting a call. Okay. So over the summer, I took pride in, trying to be a threat in the pass game as a running back. Because I just feel like, the more versatile I can be, it just puts up my value. And that's why I kind of worked on my route running, my elusiveness, and just, and it's honestly paid off. I just feel like it's transitioned over to the field, and that's what I focused on.
Yeah, no, big thing for me is just working on efficient movement, especially as a defensive back, playing safety. The steps you take are the difference between making a pick and making a PBU. So, really working on efficient movement, and then just IQ, constantly studying, watching players that I really look up to, guys like Mika Fitzpatrick, Buda Baker. Just those guys are natural playmakers, and I love the way that they play. So, really studying tape on myself and then applying some of the stuff I see that they do on film to my game. So, constantly trying to learn and become a smarter football player, and really working on being more of like a down safety, playing more so in the box and stuff. So, I pride myself in being a physical player. So, the more that I can affect the throwing game and being able to come down in the box and place, just again increases my value as a defensive back.
Absolutely, and that kind of led to my next question: is Chase, have you always been a running back, and Sid, have you always been a defensitive back?
Yeah, so good question.
That's
when we were younger, it was actually reversed. I started out playing. Chase. I started out playing receiver and a little running back. Then Chase was actually a defensive end, believe it or not.
A D end at like 9 years old. It was funny when you think back on it, because I definitely don't have the frame for it now. But I think there was 1 year where Sid just got nicked up a little bit for a couple games, and they were lacking at the running back position, so I kind of went over, and it's been like that ever since. I kind of got the hang of it and picked it up pretty quickly.
Yeah, for sure.
And then where did I know your dad played in the CFL? Where did he play, by the way?
Edmonton.
Okay.
For a little bit of time. Yep.
Okay.
Right on.
I think he was a punter turner.
Oh, okay.
Oh, was he? Okay.
Yeah.
What are your guys' hobbies outside of sports?
Outside of sports, oh my gosh. And we've put so much time into football right now that you almost don't even have enough time to, kind of relax and stuff. But I guess when we're outside of ball and stuff like that, I kind of picked up reading and stuff like that over the summer, and that's I don't know if that's like a hobby, but it's just something that kind of put time.
Yeah,
into.
no, I'm far from reading. I'm on it like I'm probably what you call a meathead. I'm obsessed with. Working out and stuff like that. Especially, I don't know. You guys watch CrossFit at all? I love what they do and like the grit and grind that they put into that. And then also just working on I've been really trying to pick up on like mobility and stuff. So trying to improve myself in that area. So doing stuff like looking at like the mobility circuits. Our strength coach here does a great job with helping us with that and giving us pointing us in the right direction when it comes to that stuff. And, honestly, man, I like to play on the sticks a little bit too. Especially in off season a little bit. It's not a bad thing to do. You guys play NHL at all?
Yeah.
I'm already on. Yeah. So it's like a household thing for us here in Champaign. So we'll get some of the boys together. We'll play little NHL tourneys here with some of the guys. And that's some stuff we do in the free time.
It gets really competitive too. Yeah,
I bet.
Oh my god.
This one's for Chase here. Off to a hot start so far. 122 yards rushing, 82 yards receiving, and a touchdown. What are your goals for the rest of the season here?
Yeah, so my goals right now is just being able to stay healthy, man. Fortunately, I've been nicked up, and I got nicked up a little bit during camp, and kind of carried on to the season a little bit. So just being able to stay healthy and make sure my body stays in there, and that's my biggest focus right now.
Okay, and Sid, same for you. Obviously, 23 tackles, busting it out of the backfield there. What are your goals for the rest of the season?
Just consistently being doing my part to help the team in the best way. The bigger plays are going to come, but when the play comes my way and it's my turn to make the play, that's my goal, is just to be able there and just be there and be consistent on the field. So, and also looking towards the end of the season, some bigger aspirations after that. So just, doing my part, playing my best ball, and, making some big plays when it comes my way.
I think Sid couldn't have said it better. Just being a consistent player week to week. I think that's the biggest thing that, coaches look for, especially when you get to this level.
That's the big thing. And, especially playing in, that's my perspective on, is like, you got to have 11 guys on the field all doing their part to be like a cohesive, successful unit every week by week. So, you have one guy out of gap, not in the zone, bad eyes and stuff, it can affect the entire defense in like a detrimental way. So just exactly like Chase said, just being consistent week to week and doing my part to help the team win.
And I know Sydney kind of answered the question of who he mirrors his game after, but Chase, who do you mirror your game after or try and look up to?
Yeah, so my favorite backs in the league, probably Alvin Kamara and like Christian McCaffrey. I really envy like the way that their threats in both the run and pass game, and respect both of them immensely. They're both great players, been extremely successful in NFL. And that's kind of how I don't try and mirror my game after them, but I try and, be as versatile as them because it's important.
Right.
Yeah, they're definitely good. Those two. That's why they're going 1 and 2 in all the fantasy drafts, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
You guys big on fantasy?
Yeah, really big on fantasy. I got 5. I play in 5, or last year it was 5. I'm in 4 leagues this year.
How do you manage that? Because I just feel like I'd get.
You try to draft the same team, and then you just have to make the same moves on each team. But
yeah,
I'm 0-2 on both my leagues this year. I'm playing, and my teams are terrible.
Oh, man, what happened?
He's a Bengals fan.
Yeah, I might have reached on a couple of Bengals. No, but just DK Metcalf, he's been choking for me, who I thought would have a good year. Antonio Gibson's not having the year I thought he'd have. There's a bunch of guys like that.
Don't you talk down on my DK.
Do you guys have any pregame rituals or routines?
Pre-game rituals and routines. Just there's a little mobility circuit that we do. I always call my family the day before and just make sure I tell them that I love them. I'll catch up with them. But on game day, I try and lock myself in. I put my phone in Do Not Disturb. Pretty much the only app I open is Spotify just to listen to music and lock in.
And I'd say I'm a little different. I try and make it as normal as possible, just like another day of practice. I'd say about like 4 hours out from the game. That's when I really start to lock in. I'll send my final messages to my friends, family, those who are going to watch and stuff. So, and then I'll just really focus in on what I need to do. Narrowing my focus on to the team I'm playing and what I need to do to be prepared for whenever kickoff is. So, it's a little sporadic. It changes a little bit depending on what the mood is, I just try and make it just like another day. No need to make the moment bigger than it is, right? So, exactly. Stay relaxed, stay focused, and just be prepared to play and warmed up to go when kickoff is
yeah,
okay.
That's right.
Okay, and what's one challenge you've each had getting to where you are today?
Yeah. Challenge. Am I going to do it?
No, challenges like
Just like say,
Like in your career, did you have an injury or did you get cut from some team back in the day or something like that?
Yeah. I mean, growing up, we definitely didn't have it easy, but I think the biggest challenge for us was school and focusing on academics because, especially when we were in Canada, if I'm being completely honest with you, we weren't focused. Mine was kind of all over the place. We weren't doing well in our classes, and it almost felt impossible to, even get to where we are today. And it's literally crazy when I think about it, bro.
I get it. It's insane. The jump that we made going to Florida and the people that we ran into that really helped us change those habits and, helped guide us in the right direction and really gave us led us in the right path to go to college. And I mean, I don't even know how to, we had the ability, right? And that's how, we were going to play football and do our parts to get that, the scouts' attention and stuff. But the one thing I'd say for the both of us was definitely academics. It's never been easy for us, but it's something that when it mattered and we really wanted to make it happen and we had all the resources to really dial into what we needed to do, it was something that helped us transform our lives. And this is why I'm sitting in the chair now, sitting with you guys on here talking about playing college football. So,
yeah,
the route wasn't easy, but
you're there.
And everything that you learn a lot,
every hard time that we went through along the way, I don't look at it as something that helped me back. I look at it as something that built me as a person. So,
you learn. It's almost a learning. It's like a learning lesson each day, kind of thing.
It really is. It really is. And when you think back on it, you're just more grateful for the position that you're in. Yeah. Really though, it's unreal. Especially being a Canadian kid. Looking down to the NCAA. Just playing for any college team. You know what I mean? It was a dream of both of ours. So,
you guys definitely. You guys definitely made the right decision and definitely are striving at what you guys are doing. So you guys are doing something right.
Yep. And here come the easy questions now. All the good ones for you. So, if you're having a dream dinner party and you each got to invite 3 dream guests, who are you bringing?
Dead or alive?
3 dream guests. Dead or alive.
3 dream guests to a dinner party.
I'll give you an example. I always go with Ocho Cinco, Muhammad Ali, and a little eye candy, Carrie Underwood.
Okay, so you're going for the eye candy as well.
Okay, so and then for me, I always go with Tupac, Seth Rogen being the comedian, and then probably Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan, and he has energy. I think for me it'd probably be you're going artist, actor, whatever. Probably be Drake. He's my favorite artist ever. And then Will Ferrell, because every single time I turn on Netflix, I'm looking for the late night comedies, and he's always in those, and he makes me laugh. And then, oh man, third guest, maybe Floyd Mayweather. I just want to hear more about his story and just what he's about. He's a nut, but just what he brings to the table and his journey. I kind of find inspiring and stuff.
Yeah, you might have to read to him though.
And Sid, for you?
God, man, you catch me on the spot, so it's a good question.
Hey, that's the point of this, buddy, is to catch you out.
No, for sure.
You hit you with,
you know what? I'm gonna bring this might be a little different. I might bring 21 Savage, honestly.
Okay.
I like listening to him. His mojo's a little different. I'm trying to think, man. I'm a fan of a lot of actresses here.
I think you might have stumped them, guys.
Margaret Robbie or something. You know?
Okay.
And then honestly, man, like I'm gonna have to bring my brother Chase. I'm gonna have to bring Chase with me. You know.
There you go.
I guess I'm coming to dinner.
Yeah, it's always a tough question, also, because meanwhile you guys are thinking about it, but then I don't know if you got girlfriends and stuff, but all of a sudden you start throwing out. You want to see some eye candy at the table. You guys are digging yourself holes.
Oh no. No, we are not locked down, but
good answer.
Loose chains.
Yeah.
So how does it feel for you guys? I know as us being Canadian too, we're pretty proud of all these guys that are coming into the NFL nowadays, like the Claypools and the Ben St. Juste, the Larrick Jacksons, the Chuba Hoobards. Like, what's it like actually seeing these Canadians succeed now?
You know, it's cool because growing up, you didn't really see that. I mean, not that the Canadians didn't make it to like the NFL, but seeing more guys that we kind of know through people and know personally make it to the NFL is awesome, and it's only building the sport in Canada. Because and
what's cool is like guys that you've grown up with, or guys that we played Team Ontario with growing up. Are getting big time attention, making big time plays in college, which is honestly building their resume to play in the NFL, getting them on draft boards and stuff. So it's been really cool to watch too. And guys you compete against. I think when Ben St. Juste when he's at Minnesota, we were able to compete against each other. And I know Jesse Lukita over at Penn State right now. We'll play him towards the end of the year here, but being able to see them in person, see them play, see them do their thing, especially within the battle of competition. It's been I think that's my favorite part of it. And then honestly, seeing them out on the field on game day. I think Ben started the other night.
He's on fire too. He's a beast, man. He's a big boy. Boy.
Smart, long corner.
We had him on the show too. Yeah.
Oh, did you? Yeah, did you? That's awesome.
Yeah.
He's a good guy, sincere dude. And that's been the coolest part for me, is seeing them really build their career and build their resume in college and kind of see where they're going off in the NFL. So I know when that happens, it's all business after that point. So
that's what we love about That's what we love about doing these things. Like, we get the chance to interview you guys before you guys go on to be. We get to watch you on TV. Like, we continue to get to watch you down the road.
Oh, for sure. It's really cool what you guys do and how you guys, bring all these guys in and get them before they actually, build their careers in the NFL and as they're actually already playing. So it's awesome how you guys bring us all together, bro.
Exactly. And already on Saturdays now, I'm flipping through the college now, and I got 4 games going on because I want to watch my boys in Illinois, and then I want to watch my guys at Utah State, and it's really cool. I love that shit. I feel like we're big fans of you guys now, and it means a lot to us. So I appreciate that. And
honestly, go ahead.
Yeah, we're not done. We got a couple more good questions.
A couple more. And another one for Sid here is just, I know you're highly ranked right now in the CFL draft. And it's probably the last thing on your mind. Obviously, NFL being the first thing on your mind. Right. How do you feel to be regarded as one of the top overall picks right now?
Like I said this on TSN earlier. It was, it's an honor for sure. It's something that, I've been working. It's not something I've really had in mind working towards, but it's just throughout the process, being able to build myself a resume to be in a position to be drafted that high. It's crazy to think about, because I personally feel like I haven't done enough to have that ranking, So, there's still more work to be done, and hopefully that rank either gets pushed up towards the end of the year here, and I appreciate them giving me the opportunity and putting me in that place on the rank board for sure. So we'll see what happens towards the end of the year. Obviously, I got big aspirations and big goals, but being ranked on that board is definitely an honor. It's something that I am proud of for sure. It's humbling seeing that, especially coming from where I am in Canada.
And you should be too. Another one we like to ask. Some football teams do it as a rookie initiation. I don't know if they do it there, but if there was a karaoke contest and you had to sing one song, what song are you guys singing?
Started from the bottom. Probably something like that.
Okay.
Okay. And Is that both your guys' answer?
That's my answer.
A song, man. I mean, I'm looking. I've got such a good voice.
If
I mean,
that-
I'm looking for something little pitch. You know what I mean? So,
Guys, you don't want to hear him sing. You don't want him to go there.
Oh, opening up a can of worms.
You might.
Poor Chase has had to hear that his whole life.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is a song I'm
putting the
singing,
headphones.
So I mean, honestly, maybe not now.
Yeah, maybe another time we'll get him to sing.
All right.
For us.
Okay.
All right.
Another part of that is if you were an animal, what would you be?
Animal. I think I'd be like a panther or something like that. Quick, strong, smart.
Okay.
Man, I mean, I'd be like I don't even know, like
I could just
A lion.
If you could,
yeah, I'd be like
I'll try and give you a description. If you could find some sort of animal that just gets pissed off by like one little thing, that would be him.
I'd be like
Okay. I
you mess with
always
my territory. It's just
maybe a lion.
snap. So I'd
Okay.
definitely say something like that along the lines of that.
King of the jungle.
Yeah.
And I always
my apartment. Chase knows that.
Yeah, I always go with a dolphin because I look like a dolphin. With no hair and a beak.
That's right.
I think you might have more hair than Chase.
Oh man. Oh, that's funny.
Mike?
If you guys could play any other sport professionally other than football, what would it be?
I think I'd always thought like playing professional soccer or like tennis would be really cool.
Okay.
I want to be in the UFC, honestly.
Okay.
That or like the CrossFit Games or something, man. I just like the grind and the effort that those guys put into what they do, and like they just seeing the passion that they have for it. I mean, Chase and I grew up doing a little bit of MMA, so it's part. I mean, we grew up around that sport, and obviously we grew up at the gym and stuff. So, I mean, those are just two things that I just respect the grind that those people do. So it's definitely like the UFC or within the CrossFit Games or something like that.
There's a couple of guys too nowadays that went from the NFL to the UFC too.
Greg Hardy.
Yeah, Greg Hardy,
Yeah.
Eric Anders. There's a couple.
Oh yeah.
Isn't there an old lineman or something that made the switch?
I think that's Eric Anders.
Yeah.
Pretty sure
It's such it's such a drastic
gosh.
switch. Obviously,
Yeah.
like the island.
I know.
This is my last question I got for you, but I don't know. Mike might have one. But how important is the image that people portray on their social medias and stuff? Like,
Players' public image.
Yeah, are you guys like conscious of this because it's a big thing?
I think it's extremely important because social media is a way for fans that don't really know you to get an idea of who you are. And what you put on social media is huge because that, like you said, that's a way that they get to meet you virtually. So
I'd say definitely with name, image, and likeness too, being a big thing here in the States, and for more athletes all around. I mean, obviously, like I'm looking at it more now as like who you are and what you post. I mean, like you are your own business, and especially like you've seen our influencers nowadays, getting like these big time sponsorships with these big time companies just based off of because of, the influence that they have on social media. So, I'd say the best thing to do is just be yourself on social media for sure. But again, like you are your own business, and what you portray is what you're going to attract. So, yeah, I think that's a big thing with social media.
It's a good way to look at it.
nowadays.
It's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
We had one guy from IMG. He's like a star running back. He's gonna be playing NCAA next year. His way of looking at it was, I don't post anything I don't want my grandma to see. So it's a good way to look at it as well.
It really is. You got to. You got to be careful depending on what you're doing. Well, and then again, like I said, like what you're trying to portray. Like, what are you?
Yeah, what are you trying to
get out
attract?
there?
Yeah.
I think that's probably the best way to look at it because, I mean, obviously now, like, with opportunity with NIL, we're not able to do much because we're Canadian citizens, and there's a long story that goes into that. But which portrays what you're going to attract, especially business-wise. And I know my brother's had a lot of opportunities with some big companies that he hasn't able to enact on really yet until you get out. So
that's fair.
Fair. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if a scout or GM were to ask, describe your game.
Want to start? I'll start. You want to start? Yeah. So how I would describe myself is, downhill, quick, smart, and powerful. And then just what I'd also want them to know is with you're not just getting a player, you're getting somebody that's going to come in, work hard every single day, put the work in, and put in extra work just to try and put their team in a better position.
Yeah, and then just to piggyback, man, like the one thing that you're going to get from me every day is the same person. So just being consistent in who I am. I'm going to work my ass off every day. I'm going to do my best to improve my IQ in the playbook and whatever the scheme is that the coach wants me to do. And again, like I'm somebody who's always constantly trying to improve my game, whatever aspect that is. So somebody who's constantly going to be evolving, better said. And, just I'm going to work my ass off. That's what it's going to be. So, and then also somebody that's not afraid to pull the trigger and come downhill and tackle. That's something that I think I really want to feel like that I'm portraying. I think I've portrayed in my years here in Illinois. So you're going to get somebody who's going to work their ass off, ready to evolve, to be bought into whatever the coach needs. And
those are all aspects of a dream for a GM or coach. That's for sure.
That's
man. I appreciate that. Dude.
I got one more for you. If you could eat pancakes or waffles for the rest of your life, which one would it be?
I'm gonna tear up pancakes.
Pancakes.
You guys ever been to the Pancake House? Ever?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Oh,
money.
Those are some of the best pancakes.
those are
Anything with some maple syrup. That's
exactly. Extra maple syrup.
Get some maple syrup up north, though,
Yeah.
Hey guys, I just want to thank you both again for taking the time for us today and coming on and chatting with us. We're big fans of both of you guys, and we know you guys are going to go far in football, man. You guys have fans in us for life, and good luck the rest of the season here. Keep it up.
I appreciate the two of you, man. This has been a great opportunity to talk to the both of you, and this is something that we'll obviously keep evolving as a relationship.
Yeah, hopefully we can do this again soon.
Looking for the most beers on tap, great steaks, great staff? Head over to the John B. Pub.
We got the best beers, steaks, chicken wings, nachos in town. Come see us at the John B. Pub.
The John B. Pub, the best bar in town. Come sign up for our football pool. Say Hey sent you.